I want you to think back for a moment to the last time you made a really satisfying purchase. Got it in your mind? Now, I want you to ask yourself, did that satisfaction last? Or was it replaced by a thought of, did I really need that? We've all been there, right? Consumer culture and the desire for instant gratification often pushes towards these choices, but that doesn't mean we're stuck in this loop. Here's the truth. Each year presents us with a fresh page, a new chance to reimagine our lives and habits. Whether you're swimming in cash or counting pennies this year, there's always room for improvement when it comes to managing money. But don't worry, this isn't about cutting out every little joy in your life. Instead, we're focusing on frugal living, a lifestyle that helps you make the most of your resources without skimping on what makes life worth living. That's what we're going to explore today. How we can get better this year using simple, effective, and tried and tested frugal habits. Before we start, show your support by subscribing to our channel. Let's get started. 1. Saying no to ourselves. First off, let's dive into the art of saying no to ourselves. When we talk about saying no to ourselves, we're not suggesting that you deny yourself of life's pleasures. No, it's about creating a sense of self-awareness and making deliberate choices when it comes to your spending habits. We live in a world where consumerism is constantly knocking on our door, promoting the latest gadgets, trends, and experiences. And while there's nothing inherently wrong with indulging in these, the challenge arises when we start spending beyond our means, leaving us with a hefty credit card bill at the end of the month and little to no savings. Consumer debt has been on the rise, with individuals worldwide burdened by mounting financial obligations. A large part of this debt can be attributed to non-essential spendings, like unplanned shopping sprees and impulsive purchases. On the other hand, individuals who have adopted frugal living habits have reported less stress, more financial stability, and a greater sense of contentment. So, how do we get better at saying no to ourselves? It starts with understanding our needs versus our wants. Needs are the essentials, the things we can't do without, like food, shelter, and clothing. Wants, on the other hand, are nice to have, but we can survive without them. Think the latest iPhone, designer clothes, or luxury vacations. Separating our needs from our wants can provide us with a clearer perspective on where our money is going and where we might need to tighten the reins. A helpful strategy can be adopting a waiting period for our purchases. This means that before you make a significant purchase, give yourself some time to think about it, whether it's a few hours or a few days. During this time, consider if you really need this item or if you're just drawn in by the thrill of a new purchase. You'll be surprised how often the urge to buy diminishes after the initial excitement fades. And remember, saying no to yourself is a habit that can be developed over time. Each time you successfully say no to a non-essential purchase, you're taking a step towards greater financial control and security. 2. Tracking our spending. Moving on, let's explore our second frugal habit, tracking our spending. Now, if I had a penny for every time someone said, "Where did my money go?" I'd probably be a millionaire right now. Jokes aside, this statement resonates with so many of us because some have no clear understanding of where our money is going. Did you know that a significant number of people globally don't keep track of their spending? This lack of financial awareness can lead to uncontrolled spending and, over time, financial strain. On the other side, individuals who regularly track their spending have reported lower stress, better control over their finances, and an increased ability to save. So how can we improve this habit? It starts with creating a budget. List your income sources, your fixed expenses like rent or mortgage, utilities, groceries, and your variable expenses such as dining out, entertainment, and shopping. Now compare your income with your expenses. If you're spending more than you're earning, you'll need to reevaluate and adjust your spending habits. A useful tool for tracking your spending is a personal finance app. These apps can connect to your bank account and categorize your spending, giving you a clear picture of where your money is going. Most of these apps even allow you to set spending limits for each category and alert you when you're nearing those limits. And it's not just about cutting costs, it's also about understanding your spending habits and identifying areas where you might be spending unnecessarily. By identifying these leaks, you can plug them and redirect that money to your savings or towards something you truly value. To help you out, we have an entire video dedicated to budgeting and tracking your spending. If you want to learn more, the link is in the description below. Don't forget to give it a watch and let us know what you think. Remember, every step towards tracking your spending is a step towards financial freedom. 3. Intentional shopping. Next on our list is a habit that is becoming increasingly relevant in our fast-paced, consumer-driven world, intentional shopping. Gone are the days when shopping was a once-a-month affair where a family list was prepared and all the essentials were purchased in one go. Today, shopping is literally at our fingertips. The ease and convenience of online shopping, coupled with aggressive marketing strategies, can lead to impulsive buying behaviors. Most people make unplanned purchases every month, leading to hundreds, if not thousands of dollars of unnecessary expenditures annually. The rush of snagging a deal or the pleasure of owning something new can be quite intoxicating, but like all intoxicants, the aftermath can be painful. Unplanned purchases can put a serious dent in your budget and throw your financial goals off track. Now, let's talk about how we can become more intentional shoppers. The first step is to identify your spending triggers. Do you find yourself shopping when you're stressed or bored? Understanding what drives your shopping behavior can help you control it. If you shop when you're stressed, find other ways to manage your stress, like going for a walk, reading a book, or practicing mindfulness. When you need to buy something, make a list and stick to it. It sounds simple, but think about all the times you went to buy a couple of things and ended up with a cart full of items. A list not only keeps you focused, but also prevents you from making impulse purchases. Another useful strategy is to unsubscribe from marketing emails and unfollow brands on social media. The fewer advertisements you see, the less tempted you will be to buy things you don't need. Lastly, embrace the concept of quality over quantity. It might be tempting to buy a cheaper item, but if it wears out quickly and you have to replace it, you're not really saving any money. Invest in high quality items that are durable and will last longer, ultimately saving you money in the long run. Intentional shopping is not about never buying anything or always choosing the cheapest option. It's about making mindful decisions and ensuring that your purchases align with your financial goals and values. It's about taking control of your spending instead of letting it control you. 4. Maintaining your things. Shifting gears a bit, we now come to a habit that might seem somewhat ordinary at first glance, but can make an extraordinary difference in your financial well being: maintaining your things. When we say things, we mean anything and everything you own, from your car and home appliances to your clothes and gadgets. You might be surprised to hear that the average household spends thousands of dollars every year on repairs and replacements that could have been avoided with regular maintenance. These are not just big ticket items. Even small things like clothes that wear out too soon because they're not properly cared for, or kitchen appliances that break down because they're not cleaned regularly, can add up to a significant amount over time. The question then arises: how can we get better at maintaining our things? The answer is surprisingly simple: make it a habit. Regular maintenance should be part of your routine, not something you do once in a while when you remember. For instance, get your car serviced at the recommended intervals, clean your appliances regularly, and take care of your clothes following the washing instructions. You'd be amazed at how much longer things last when they're well cared for. Another example of maintaining your things is ensuring they're used for their intended purpose. For example, using a knife as a screwdriver might seem like a clever hack at the moment, but it can damage the knife and possibly even result in an accident. If you're interested in learning more frugal habits to save money and time too, check out the video in the description box. We're sure you'll find it helpful. 5. Planning for future expenses. Now for our fifth frugal habit: planning for future expenses. You might think, I have a budget. Isn't that enough? Well, a budget is a great start, but planning for future expenses takes it one step further. Every year, there are expenses that we know will come up, such as birthdays, holidays, and annual subscriptions. Yet these can often catch us off guard, leading to overspending or worse, debt. A survey reveals that over 60% of people incur debt during holiday seasons, mainly due to a lack of planning. So how can we get better at planning for future expenses? The first step is awareness. Start by making a list of all the predictable expenses you know will occur in a year. This includes everything from birthdays and anniversaries to vehicle registration and home maintenance. Once you have this list, you can start setting aside a small amount each month to cover these costs. For unexpected expenses, the best plan is to have an emergency fund. This is money you set aside specifically to cover unexpected costs. A good rule of thumb is to aim for 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses. That might sound like a lot, but even starting with a small goal can make a big difference when an unexpected expense comes up. Remember, planning for future expenses is not about predicting the future, it's about being prepared for it. It's about taking control of your finances instead of being at the mercy of unexpected costs. If you find these habits helpful, give us a like by hitting the thumbs up button. 6. Learning. All right, we finally reached our sixth and final frugal habit: learning. You might wonder, what does learning have to do with frugal living? The answer is everything. Being frugal isn't just about clipping coupons or buying the cheapest thing on the shelf. It's about making informed, intentional decisions about how you spend your money. And that requires knowledge. A recent study shows that financial literacy is correlated with better financial behaviors and outcomes, such as saving more, avoiding high interest debt, and feeling less financial stress. There are two aspects to learning when it comes to frugal living. The first is learning about personal finance. This includes understanding how to budget, how to save, how to invest, and how to make informed decisions about spending. The second aspect is learning new skills that can help you save money. This could be anything from learning how to cook so you can eat out less to learning how to do basic home maintenance to avoid expensive repairs. So, how can you get better at this habit of learning? First, make learning a priority. Set aside time each week to educate yourself about personal finance. There are countless resources available online, including our very own channel right here. Next, always stay curious. Look for opportunities to learn new skills. Remember, it's not just about saving money. Learning new skills can be a rewarding experience in and of itself, giving you a sense of accomplishment and self sufficiency. Finally, apply what you learn. Knowledge is only powerful when it's put into action. So take what you learn and use it to make better decisions about how you spend and save your money. We'll leave you with this: never underestimate the power of learning. It's the key to unlocking your financial potentials and living a frugal, fulfilling life. Let me ask you this: what's one thing you're interested in learning about personal finance or frugality this year? Drop your answers in the comments below. And with that, we're done with our 6 frugal habits to get better at this year. Remember, every step you take brings you closer to your financial goals. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep striving for financial freedom. You got this. And if you find this video helpful, support us by hitting the like button. Check out our channel for more videos that will surely help you grow personally and financially. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.